Welcome to Who Wants to Be an RPAC Major Investor? Joining me today is President-elect Cindy Creamer. Cindy is a realtor from Hilton Head Island who is here with us to test her knowledge on all things RPAC, Realtor Party Grants, the President's Circle Program, and the South Carolina Community Alliance. As a continuing major investor over the years, she is an expert, and we're all excited to see how she does. Cindy, you know the rules and all about the lifelines. There's a 50-50, a phone a friend, and an opportunity to ask the audience. Cindy, are you ready to play?
I'm ready, Drew.
Outstanding. We're going to play Who Wants to Be an RPAC Major Investor? The first question is for the $99 bronze level. This is a tough one. I hope you're ready. Okay, here it is. What does RPAC stand for? Is it A, Republican Political Action Committee, B, Realtors Political Action Committee, C, Realtor Party Action Committee, or D, Realtor Political Affairs Committee?
Okay, Drew, I thought you said this was going to be a tough one. The answer's B, Realtor Political Action Committee.
Correct. You're officially at the $99 bronze level. Now here's your question for a $250 capital level. Cindy, which of these is a legislative priority this year? A, removal of discriminatory covenants and restrictions. B, hate crimes legislation. C, remote electronic notary legislation, or D, all of the above?
Drew, I think I'm going to need to phone a friend and an expert. SCR's Chief Advocacy Officer, Lindsay Jackson.
All right, Cindy, we'll have our production team get her in line.
Hello.
Hi, Lindsay. We have Cindy Creamer with us today, and she's playing Who Wants to Be an RPAC Major Investor? She would like for you to help her answer the next question.
Hey, Cindy, no problem. I'm happy to help you answer this question.
Okay, Cindy, you can ask your question.
Hi, Lindsay. I need help. Which one of these is a legislative priority for this year? A, removal of discriminatory covenants and restrictions. B, hate crimes legislation. C, remote electronic notary legislation. D, all of the above.
All of those are our legislative priorities for the 2021-2022 session. These issues make it easier for realtors to do business across the state, so the answer is D, all of the above.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. I knew you'd have that answer. Drew, my answer is D, all of the above.
That's correct. Congratulations. You now have 2 lifelines left. Your next question for the $500 diamond level. Which of the following political races does RPAC not get involved in? A, the presidential. B, SC House and Senate. C, county council. Or D, federal House and Senate?
I know this one, Drew. It's A, presidential race. RPAC supports all candidates in all races with the exception of the presidential race.
Correct again, Cindy. You've officially made it through all the lower levels of an RPAC investor. Your next question will give you an opportunity to be a Sterling R investor at the $1,000 level. Okay, Cindy, here's your question to become an RPAC Major Investor. The South Carolina Community Alliance is a grant program funded by South Carolina Realtors. These grants go to help fund promoting realtor positions on public policy issues. Which method is not allowed to be funded through the SC Community Alliance? A, legislation. B, ordinances and resolutions. C, candidate campaigns. Or D, referendums and ballot initiatives?
Drew, that's a tough one. I think I would like to go for one of my 50-50.
All right, let's take 2 off. You are left with C, candidate campaigns, or D, referendums and ballot initiatives.
Okay, I think it's C.
All right, Cindy, is that your final answer?
Yes, I'm sure C is my final answer. Because RPAC is for candidate campaigns, so that tells me that the Community Alliance is separate from RPAC and should be used for issues that are being voted on and not related to candidate elections.
Cindy, correct! You are officially a $1,000 Sterling R Major Investor. Are you ready to move up to the next Major Investor level?
I'm ready, Drew.
All right, Cindy. Your next question is for the $2,500 Crystal R level. Speaking of Crystal R, Once you become a Crystal R Major Investor, you can sustain your Crystal R by giving how much the following years? A, you have to continue to invest $2,500 every year to sustain. B, you can sustain by investing $1,500 every year. C, you can sustain by investing $2,000 every year. Or D, you can sustain by investing $1,000 every year.
Drew, the answer is B. You can sustain your Crystal R by investing $1,500 every year after your initial investment of $2,500. This is really a great incentive to step up to the next level of RPAC.
Well, I don't have to look into a crystal ball to tell you that answer is correct. Cindy, your next question is for the $5,000 Golden R level. RPAC can support realtor champions who are running for office by going beyond a direct contribution and conducting a campaign in support of the candidate that includes mailers, radio ads, digital ads, Facebook ads, etc. These campaigns cannot be done in coordination with the candidate's campaign, and the candidate cannot know about it. Do you know what this type of campaign is called? A, individual expense. B, a disconnected campaign. C, invaluable exposure. Or D, an independent expenditure.
Well, Drew, while I agree that a campaign like this is invaluable exposure, the correct answer is D, independent expenditure.
That's correct, Cindy. You're doing amazing. You're really flowing through these questions. The next question is for the highest level of RPAC givers. It's the $10,000 Platinum R level. SC RPAC supports candidates during the election cycle. Which of the following statements is true? A, RPAC can support more than one candidate in a particular race. B, RPAC cannot support candidates in a runoff election. C, RPAC can support a different candidate during a runoff election, even when the supported candidate wins their primary. Or D, RPAC can give a candidate $1,000 for their primary, $1,000 for their runoff, and $1,000 for the general election.
Drew, these are tricky. I think I'd like to poll the audience.
Okay, let's poll the audience. Cindy is going to use your input to help her make the decision in this. Please type the letter of which answer you think will be able to best help Cindy.
I know that RPAC can't support more than one candidate in a particular race. And I know RPAC can support a candidate in a runoff. So it's between C and D. So I see a few D's up there. I'm pretty sure that the answer is going to be D, final answer.
That is correct, Cindy. Way to go! You have reached the highest level available for a realtor to invest in RPAC in a single year. Congratulations! With your $10,000 Platinum R investment this year, that puts you above the $25,000 lifetime investment threshold, and you are now eligible to be inducted into the RPAC Hall of Fame. If you can answer this one question. When a member is inducted into the RPAC Hall of Fame, they are recognized on a national level at the NAR mid-year meetings in Washington, D.C. They are also recognized with a plaque installed in the RPAC Hall of Fame wall. Where is this wall located? A, the top floor of the NAR building in Washington, D.C. B, on the RPAC Hall of Fame wall at the SCR office. C, in all of our hearts. Or D, all of the above.
Drew, I know this one because I've seen the RPAC Hall of Fame at NAR and SCR, and all of the Hall of Famers are in our hearts. So I would say D, final answer.
D is correct. Congratulations, Cindy. You are now in the RPAC Hall of Fame. Now it's time for the President's Circle bonus round. The President's Circle is a group of realtors who contribute directly to realtor-friendly candidates at the federal level. Political action committees like RPAC can legally contribute $10,000 per election cycle to a congressional candidate. The President's Circle program supports realtor champions, members of Congress who have made significant achievements in advancing the realtor public policy agenda. The President's Circle program allows realtors to contribute beyond RPAC dollars and increase the strength of the Realtor voice on Capitol Hill. Are you ready to play to become a $2,000 President Circle investor?
I'm ready.
NAR hosts the President Circle Conference every year in some pretty amazing places. Where is the 2021 President Circle Conference taking place? A, Maui, Hawaii. B, San Diego, California. C, Miami, Florida. Or D, Gary, Indiana.
Drew, I know this answer because I'm so excited. The answer is Maui, Hawaii, because I am signed up and I've got my bags packed and ready to go.
That's correct, Cindy. And as a President Circle member, you get to attend this conference and network with friends from all around the country. It's going to be amazing. Congratulations, Cindy. And thank you everyone for tuning in to Who Wants to Be an RPAC Major Investor today. We thank you all for your continued support, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.